Hello there and welcome to Local for Leeds. It's my channel where we talk all things Leeds United, and today I'm going to be previewing our trip to London to face Tottenham Hotspurs at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. First trip, isn't it, for Leeds going to that stadium. We all know our frailties and our record in London, so it's going to make for an interesting one. Before I get into it though, remember to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more content like this sort of thing. So yeah, and before I get into the preview of the Tottenham game, what a result it was against West Brom. I thought it was going to be a tight match, this one. Couldn't be any more one-sided, could it, than that? 5-0, a fantastic result for Leeds. I thought it was sort of two must-win games for us against Burnley and West Brom, and what have we done? We've come away with 6 points from the six available, two wins in a row, 2 clean sheets in a row, and I said we would be in dreamland if we won those two. Well, here we are in dreamland, Leeds fans. It's we're still 11th, we're 23 points now, and we're coming up against a team in Tottenham over the weekend that are just now 3 points ahead of us. Obviously they've got a game in hand, but like I say, we'll just quickly look at that West Brom game. Yeah, great result. Big Sam, we all thought it was going to be a tight game. They were going to park the bus, as it were. They got off to a really bad start. Obviously it's a bizarre own goal from Sawyers, isn't it? For me, obviously it's his error, but the goalkeeper has to take some kind of responsibility for that as well. But lucky for us, we go 1-0 up in the inside 10 minutes, isn't it? Another early goal, and then we just we score goals. Was it 3 in 9 minutes for us, and we're 4-0 up going into half time. Some lovely goals as well. That Alioski one, I thought it took a slight deflection, but it looked like it didn't. It was a great goal. That Harrison as well, some great interplay between a few of the lads, and then Bamford slots it through nicely to Harrison, who it's a lovely finish, lovely little turn and finish from him. Then Rodrigo is probably, other than the own goal, is probably the worst goal of the game. Took a bit of a deflection, didn't it, that one, but puts us 4-0 up. And then what a goal, that last one, Rafinha, who was looking like a real buy, isn't he? So far, had a real good positive effect on our side. So yeah, great result, and we go into the new year. We end the year in really good spirits, in good form. Like I say, 2 clean sheets in a row, and we go and we visit the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. We go visit Spurs over the weekend in good form, and it's a game that Tottenham aren't in very good form for. Their game against Fulham, their London derby, was cancelled because of COVID issues in Fulham, in the Fulham side, so it's nothing to do with Tottenham. But their game, obviously, like Everton against Man City, Everton obviously weren't the team who had COVID issues, it was City. This time it's Spurs against Fulham that's been postponed. It's Fulham that have had the COVID problems, so they're going to be a little bit fresher, maybe Tottenham, without having obviously the midweek game to play. But having said that, it was only a London derby. It wasn't like they were travelling very far. So they go into this one, only 1 win in 6 Premier League games. That was against Arsenal. So I suppose if you had to win one of those games, Tottenham fans, I suppose it would, you would like it to be the Arsenal one. But yeah, 1 win in 6 Premier League matches. They've won in the Carling Cup, the Carabao Cup. They beat Stoke, so they're through to the semi-finals there. But yeah, Premier League form seems to have dropped. They started very, very well, had some big wins against Southampton and obviously Man United at Old Trafford. But since then the goals have kind of dried up a little bit for Spurs. But there's always that threat of Son and Kane, who can just set one another up just as and when they like, really. each of them score goals for fun, don't they? And like I say, assisting for each other. And they're obviously the main threats for Tottenham. But Tottenham have got players that can hurt us, behind them as well. Lo Celso, I think, is fit for this one, possibly. Obviously, they've got Bale as well. And yeah, they've got some players that can... Bergwijn as well. They've got players that can hurt us. It's going to be a really tough game, this. Obviously, we all know, like I say, about our dire, really terrible form in London. There's no wins in quite a long time now, in going on 3 years, or maybe even over 3 years, is it now, I think. So, yeah, it's a terrible record in London, but can we stop that this time? I think we might be able to, like I say, we're coming off it, in really good form. They're in a little bit of bad form, not played this time. So, this midweek. So let's just wait and see. But for me, Spurs, yeah, it's a really exciting side. People bang on about Mourinho being defensive and get the goal and then shut up shop and stuff like that, but Tottenham have the players that can really continue to go on and score goals. And I really like Son. I think he's a great player. He's probably one of the best in the Premier League at the moment, and we're going to have to be on it to stop him. We really are, but at the same time, we're on form and we have players that can hurt them. The likes of Rafinha, Rodrigo, Click when he's on his day, when he's firing, Bamford. There's lots of our players that can cause them issues, and yeah, we're on form. I think that we're actually. It's a hard one to say we're going to win because of obviously our London form. Tottenham, very good side. It's our first trip to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, like I say. So, a new one for Leeds to tick off the list. Obviously, unfortunately, no fans there at all. So, fans will have to wait to get their opportunity to go to that stadium. Looks a fantastic one, to be honest with you. But yeah, I think we can win. We've just got to keep Son and Kane quiet. That sounds easy to say, doesn't it? But it's very hard much harder to do in practice. But like I say, I'm going to go optimistic. I'm going to go with 2-1 Leeds. Let's keep up this good run. Let's get a third win in a row in the Premier League, for I don't know when the last time we did that was. But look, we're delighted, absolutely delighted at the moment. I am with the form that we've shown. Those 2 games, crucial games, we've got 6 points. This one, like many of like the games against the top 6, it's a free hit for Leeds, this one. It's a free hit, and let's see what we can get. Like the ones against the teams at the top are, your Liverpools, United, Cities, Chelsea's. They're all free hits, and let's just go out and play our game and see see what happens, see what we get. But there you go. But we're comfortable at the moment, sitting in 11th place. I'm pretty sure if you asked any Leeds United fan, they would have taken that at the start of the season. We're only 3 points off Tottenham. We can go level on points, like I say, with them, with a win over the weekend. So let's hope that happens, Leeds fans. But thanks very much for watching. That's all from me for now. So marching on together, and I will see you on the next one.